This is operator 59. Yes, yes.
All right.
Get on this right away, please. We have someone in hot contact at the moment.
Okay, what happened, sir?
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, are you with the patient right now, sir?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's in her 40s, 50s, I guess.
Okay, and right now is she awake and breathing?
No.
Okay, stay on the line with me. I'm getting the medical help started for her. How is her breathing? Is it normal?
We don't know yet.
She's not awake right now?
No, she's not awake. She's not moving.
Police rush to the scene and find a victim down with a gunshot wound.
Upon arrival, I observed that the Milwaukee Fire Department was performing CPR on the victim. And I observed her laying there with an injury coming from her head. We determined it was a gunshot wound. About 5 minutes into me being there, they advised me that she was deceased.
Upon looking at the body, you could see that she did have a gunshot wound to her face.
Investigators question the medics to learn exactly how the victim was found.
Yeah. You know what? Instead of having a 5 days later, we're just getting everything knocked out now. Bill.
Where this incident occurred, which was right outside the business door, there was a small pool of blood with eyeglasses, which were determined to belong to the victim. There was also a fired .40 caliber cartridge casing left at the scene, which is indicative of a semi-automatic pistol being fired. A projectile had fallen out of her clothing onto the ground, and that was recovered also, and that would be a copper jacketing and a lead core bullet. We were able to identify the victim based on co-workers as Karen Simic.
Security, right? Yeah. Okay, how you doing? All right. I think I met you when we had a guy in the roof there. Cameras on the outside? Okay. All right, man. All right.
Investigators canvass the area, find a CCTV camera, and the footage reveals the truth.
We found out that we had video that actually captured this homicide take place.
You can see the suspect moving at a rapid pace towards her. There's a very brief confrontation, and you can see on the video what appears to be a firearm that's being fired. And that's just prior to seeing the suspect running away from the scene.
At this point, we had a lot more than we normally do. We have video of the suspect capturing little bits of the suspect running away.
We were able to determine he was a male in his early to mid 20s.
The unique thing we were concentrated on was his pants. They were dark in color according to the video, but they had some sort of reflective design or some sort of reflective stripe near the knees. Eventually, he comes to a point where there is no more surveillance footage. There's no video in the area that captured him any further. So we had a limited idea of his flight path from the homicide scene, but we did know at least a direction at which he went.
Investigators review the CCTV footage from 1 hour earlier.
And then you see the victim's car pull in off the main street. You start to wonder, was this particular victim targeted more so than just a robbery?
That led detectives to go back and retrieve cigarettes from the area in hopes of obtaining DNA. However, this does take quite a bit of time.
DNA tests point to Ralph Algo, and investigators call him in for questioning.
First off, I'm Mike Saranock. Nice to meet you. The 31st of January this year, we collected DNA, and your DNA, any idea why it would be there?
The only way it could be by DNA, it would be, I mean, I don't know if it would be in DNA, but The only thing wherever I could go, 12 National, it was to the corner store. I don't know nobody around there. I don't really hang out around there.
Okay.
I'm a barber, so I cut.
You're a what?
I'm a barber. I cut hair. I got some clients that live right there on the level.
Yes.
When we're starting the interview, we don't know if we're dealing with the suspect. We're gauging the nervousness. We're starting the interview off to see where we're going to go.
Have you ever been arrested before?
Not here.
Not here? Where have you been arrested?
New York.
New York? What was that for?
About my possession of drugs.
Uh-huh.
I was arrested. I did time for selling off narcotics.
And that was when?
That was 4 or 5 years ago. He was someone that must have been selling drugs and getting high.
We both know someone relapses. They're out looking to get scored. Maybe you were walking down there if you relapsed or something like that.
I never, not even when I used to get high, I never did rob anybody.
How'd you get your money for heroin?
I used to hustle.
What kind of hustle?
I used to sell drugs.
We're definitely suspicious at this point. We begin to learn about the person's prior drug history. We begin to wonder if this person may have committed a robbery that went bad.
I'm hoping that at least you saw something, or
That's right.
heard something.
If I would have seen,
Yeah.
all the crimes. So absolutely, I wouldn't even let it happen.
Same day of the robbery. Would you be out in that area having a cigarette somewhere? Or...
I was with my wife and stuff.
Oh, okay. How long have you been married?
Completely, I've been here, I'm married, hopefully in 3 months, and my baby got her. So, yes.
What's her name?
Angela.
Angela?
Yes.
As the interview went on and the subject was forthcoming with where he had been, we had tracked down his partner and we were able to confirm his alibi.
What I do know is that he never robbed anybody. And I know, like you said, and I did not, we say it because I didn't see it. Because believe me, if I would have seen somebody robbing an old lady, I would have put this. Yeah, he was, I mean, yeah, because me, I've been around the area, you know?
Yeah.
My DNA there,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't have nothing to do with it. I mean,
This individual was interviewed with the potential of not only being a possible suspect, but also being a potential witness. And in this particular instance, he was neither.
The person was not considered a suspect. Then we move on to the next viable lead on the case.
Investigators question her husband next, hoping to learn more about her background.
Did she ever indicate anything at work, problems with anybody at work?
There was a big shakeup among the ownership, and she loved that kind of structure. She loved the feedback. It's very
Things have been better at
They
work
had
than
this
normal.
new,
But she didn't have any problems, specific problems with one employee or any. She didn't mention any. Do you know if Karen was afraid of anybody?
she never expressed that she was afraid of anybody at work or anywhere.
Do you have any idea if this was something more than just, an apparent robbery or something of that nature? Anybody that would want to hire Karen?
I did not think that there was anybody that would come to mind at all.
Do you know if they're even at work, anybody that would benefit financially from Karen's death?
I can't imagine if there is.
How about is it a strap or handles or don't you remember?
That was, I'm sure that was also strapped.
How about the bag? How big was the bag?
That carry bag was it was roomy enough probably to fit like legal size paper in.
Okay.
So I would say probably 15 inches square.
Investigators turned to the news for clues about the missing bag. 3 days later, a woman calls with shocking details.
Yes, for the Milwaukee Police Department.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, this is what's going on. I'm an elderly person, and I listen to my grandkids and what's going on and stuff. And I was just looking at the news, and there was a murder on 12th Street on the south side, and they was looking for some kind of handbag. And I'm going to his room, and I'm not for sure that this is the bag that they're looking for. And I try to tell my kids to do the right thing. I know he's been out there doing that stuff. Before they come back, I don't want them to know I called.
She believed that she observed her grandson with the bag.
We looked him up in our files and found his physicals and his height and weight, and it seemed to be close enough with our suspect.
Detectives followed up on it. When the police went there, we located no such bag.
Sasi has no expectations that his wife's killer will be found, but he does have hope.
If it was me, that my conscience would be bothering me about it right now. Where is this gun? Does it turn up someplace? Do they arrest somebody for something else and then they confess?
He was in custody for something else. People that are in custody will say things that may be true, maybe not true, just so that they have an opportunity to try and be released with that information. So we always take it with a grain of salt.
I swear to God, if I was out right now, man, I can help.
McLaurin tells detectives he believes his former roommate is the killer of Carl Knight.
So tell me about the day that Carl killed his old wife. Talk to me about that.
All I know is he came to the house from stayed on 25th and National. What just came back in the house, he like, I just shot her. I just shot her. You know what I'm saying? As far as like me being there witnessing it, I didn't witness anything. I just say word of mouth. You know, I think she's dead.
Who was in there when he told you?
And Samantha was in the house.
Okay.
So
did he tell you any more violent, like what went down?
He just told me that he's scared. She's scared too. He up the gun.
He said what now?
He said that she's scared. So
she scared him?
Yeah. So he pulled the gun and shot.
Okay. What did you there for anyway?
It was. He needed money in his pocket, just like a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up with. If they need money in their pockets, they're gonna go with it. Mm-hmm. So it just so happened that this lady walking down the street, she either coming from work or going to work. He saw it, he went for it.
Don't blindly trust what he says, but that interview kind of rejuvenated the case. And that prompted us to try to go and locate Samantha and bring her in for questioning.
You got to be able to verify the story that he gave us. And he says that you're the person that will be able to verify the story that he gave us, right? You're it. There's no one else, right? If you heard Carl talk about something, we just need to know.
If he directly would have said it to me, I would have told you.
Well,
that,
even if it wasn't directly said to you, he overheard you talking to, David about something, about a situation. That's what we're after.
See, but I didn't know nothing about no homicide.
It did come up in our conversation about the last time she had seen Carl. And to our surprise, she said she had talked to him on the phone, and that's of interest for us. So after our interview concluded with her, we drove her back to her house for the purpose of getting her phone. I stood by the front door facing the street. She knocked on the door and was let in by my partner. Meanwhile, a neighbor observed somebody fleeing out of the window towards the back of the house. When I turned the corner, I saw somebody had just jumped the fence in the backyard.
Investigators now turn back to Samantha. They have more questions for her.
The bottom line is, what we want right now, at the end of the day, is the truth.
I already told him everything I know. The only reason why I'm in here is because he thinks I watched him go out the window, and I didn't. Like, I shouldn't even be in here.
Now, she was willing to talk. She was concerned about being charged with harboring a fugitive. We confirmed that he was there, and she had knowledge of the homicide.
He was struggling for the rent. It was at least a few days. He was acting funny.
What did he found about this?
He was saying that he messed up. So if anything happened to him, he just wanted to let us know that he messed up. He really didn't say what, you know what I'm saying? I knew something was bothering him.
She did tell us about the fact that he may have robbed a donut shop.
I've heard people say that there was a donut robbery, okay? I didn't know that it was specifically him. But everything's adding up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and say, yes, he did it, because technically I was not told by him that he did it. So I'm not going to sit there and just blame him. You know what I'm saying?
When you start looking back at his history and things that he was involved in, clearly he was using whatever means necessary to supply his needs to get money. And so with that, I wouldn't put doing a homicide or anything like that above him.
At this point, the number one priority, especially for me now, is that we want to find Carl.
U.S. Marshals track Carl's phone and head to Chicago to talk to him.
There's an attempt to steal a lady's purse on the south side. Oh, you know what we're talking about? Oh, I know. That's why I said, like, I'm glad, like, yes, I'll be patient. This, yes, we can get this straight. Cause no, I'm not gonna. No. Well, let's be talking to the world back, because I definitely. No. I will, you know. A lady, you said? A white one? What?
Carl Knight saying, I didn't rob any old white lady. That was a clue because he shouldn't know those details. We didn't mention them to him. Makes the, your little detective hair stand up. You can't assume that it's just a lucky guess. Carl Knight's girlfriend also implicated Carl Knight in a robbery of a donut shop. Typically, we'll bring those crimes up to the suspect just to gauge his level of truthfulness.
We were all kind of caught off guard that Carl did jump the fence and take off.
When Carl jumped out the window, it's possible that he didn't even know that we were looking for him for the homicide. Carl had not reported to his probation agent in over a year, and he had been hiding from her.
After having in-depth conversation with him, now we're thinking that maybe he wasn't involved in this.
Investigators question Carl Knight again about his roommate's claim that he's tied to the murder.
Yeah, why?
Well, like I said, I don't want to talk to us. Y'all, it's like the more I say, y'all don't believe it.
We're not getting anywhere because you're lying. You lied at the beginning and you're just lying now. This is the absolute time to show any remorse to what you did.
Remorse. Robbing a woman. Going to work. A truly innocent victim. And she's dead. And you're showing no remorse. The dead mom, right after Christmas. And now we're at the 1-year anniversary of Christmas. She's not there. And the best you can do is lie to us.
I don't have no lawyer or whatever.
After that, Carl asked for a lawyer.
If somebody asks for a lawyer during an interview, we're not talking to them again. The interview's over.
We didn't have a lot where you could show it to a jury and a jury would be able to look at it and say, oh yeah, that's Carl Knight. So at the point that he asked for a lawyer, things were looking pretty grim.
I figured that he just wanted to stretch his legs and get a break from his cell. But I could tell immediately after entering the room that he wanted to talk.
So, you were obviously downstairs. You want to talk, or what's up? Yes. So what is it that you want to talk about?
Oh, we're about.
Okay.
On the video, you're across the street. Okay. And she starts making her way across the street. You trying to like jack her for a car or something? Okay. Her phone? Her purse? Her bag?
He eventually kind of broke it open, and he just blurted out how it happened.
What was your purpose? What you
The girl I was with.
Yep.
And she said that they needed money for rent and there wasn't no food. And she basically was putting pressure on me like it was my responsibility. And I never did this before.
This is your first time doing a robbery? Yeah.
I didn't know it was dark. I was reaching for the bag.
Okay.
And I heard you go off.
Now, how many times did the gun go off?
Four.
Okay.
Was she trying to pull the bag back from you?
No.
Okay.
Just happened so quickly. How'd you have the gun?
I didn't.
Here, hold on. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Okay. All right. So if I have the purse and I'm holding the purse, did you try to reach for the gun with your right? Or I'm sorry, did you try to reach for the bag with your right hand? Okay. You can kind of show me.
I realized
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So you were my.
He reached with the gun.
Carl brought a loaded gun to that robbery of Karen Simic. But when you raise a gun to someone's head, you have to realize that you might be the one that gets scared, and you might be the one that flinches, and you might pull that trigger.
After months of twists, evidence, and unanswered lies, Carl Knight finally breaks. In court, he pleads guilty to felony murder. And with that single word, guilty, his fate is sealed. 31 years behind bars.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories that delve deep into the heart of the human experience.